Okay, so I didn't think I would have to address this, but I'm going to. I was going to have a weekend off, doing what I do, chilling out. But this video is going to be, and I'm going to try to tread this as lightly as possible because the people that I'm going to be talking about don't seem to understand exactly what I'm trying to say. So if you guys have been following the channel, a couple of nights ago I did a review for a video game called The Spellbook, and these guys had reached out to me wanting a review. Now, if you have seen my review list, I try to review as many games as I possibly can. My review list is long, and ever since the burst on Patreon's Wild West of hentai games, it's very difficult, especially when you're a one-man person and you're working a 5-day-a-week job, to try to push out a video every 2 seconds. But I do it and I try to space it out so I don't bore people. It got to a stage though that a while ago somebody asked me what would it cost me to get to the front of the line. I initially thought, well, I don't really want to do that, I really just want you to wait in line. But then I thought, if these people are willing to pay a couple extra bucks to get their video to the front of the line, then I can help them out. And not only that, what was my spare time or my time on the weekend, I'm at least getting paid for that moment, and then I can push all the other videos to the side and say, hey everyone, just to let you know, these people are at the front of the line. I've been doing this, I'd say, for the last couple years now. So, you know, if there's anybody that ever wanted their review, and there have been some people that have said, oh, I really just want my video at the front. They have wanted to get there, and in order for them to do it, they've paid me $50. It doesn't seem like much, especially for some of these Patreons that earn lots of money. Some of these people don't. And I don't expect them to. I write in all the emails, I say, look, I'm not expecting you to do it, but the option is there. Otherwise, you can wait in the line with everyone else. I have no time to go through everybody's video games. There is so much on the internet, and I am one person. So I'm going to go through the email, and I'm basically going to show you guys exactly what happened, because they have sent me a really interesting set of events that I just want to show you. Sorry, that's my washing machine. It's my weekend. I'm meant to be doing washing. Okay, so this is the first email. Hi Shady, we're Naughty Games team, Jim and Rocker. We're wondering if you're interested in making a video for our game. And they link the game and they say, if you're interested, please mail us so we can further talk about it. Thank you for your time. Take note, they say making a video. Okay, I mean, I do reviews. Okay, so you know exactly who I am. You've reached out to me, you know my name, so you know exactly what I do. I don't praise everyone. If anything, I try to give constructive criticism where it's needed. So I ended up replying to them, and I said, thanks for reaching out regarding the review. I always love to cover as many games as I can. The problem is I have a huge waiting list, over 90 devs waiting to get their game reviewed. So I've had to create a system. Each review I do goes in order. So maybe 7 to 8 months before I get to it. One thing I could do is bump you up to the front of the line for $50. They have responded to me. Sure, bumping sounds good. Now, take note, I said the word review as well, so it's a review. And then they replied literally a few seconds after asking PayPal. And I just said, yeah, like, you know, I said, okay, if you want to send me $50 to this particular PayPal and the links to the games downloaded, along with any additional information you want me to bring up via the review. You're paying to jump to the front of the line. You're not paying for me to say that it is the best game on the planet. Now, I know that's not what they wanted me to say. They wanted me to just say it was a good game, and they wanted me to push my crowd that way. So then that way, hopefully, they can get some more funding, or they can get some more people looking at their game. I don't want to steer my fans wrong, and I don't want to lie to them. So that's why I say review. And again, if you know what I do, it's review stuff, so I will be critical, and I have been critical to some previous Patreon videos, as you can see here. That being said, there are a lot of issues to have with the game. First off, the lighting engine. Adjusting this would bring so much more to the game. In which case, Viles' shame, he's currently remaking his game from the ground up, and he's taken a lot of time and he's improved on it.
The slog of a walk to get there and the lack of detail makes this feel very rushed.
Meanwhile, this one, they didn't even end up responding. They said it was a fairly decent review, even though I kind of flamed him a little bit, and they kept going. They ended up growing out of what I had said. So this is the description that they gave me. They said, "Hi, I'm Jim from patreon.com/naughtygames. I'm paying $50 for the video. Please, I would like you to focus on 3 main points, and after that, anything positive." So 3 main points, and then talk about positive stuff. The way I do my format is I normally talk about the positive stuff, and then I talk about the negative stuff, okay? The story of the game, which is basically a guy who casts a spell on his family. I covered that in the video. 2, the amazing graphics and video, of course. I didn't like the graphics, nor did I like the animation. But apparently that wasn't good enough for you. I also wanted to kind of soften the blow, and I do this with a lot of devs as well. I like to tell them that, you know, the review didn't go as well. I didn't exactly like the game. I ended up sending this email. The review is up, my dude. Sorry I didn't like it as much as you probably wanted me to, but I did my best. I'm looking forward to see what you do next, though. The start of any Patreon is a crucial point. All the best in anything you need, just hit me up. Hey look, the review wasn't exactly flattering. I liked the UI system, and I thought the story was pretty funny. But the actual presentation is something I just don't like. I'm not going to openly lie about something. But here's where things get really dicey, and this is where something, and this is, I'm hoping this is video because I don't call out as many people as I used to, because I find it very tiring now to do it. I only ever did like Yandere Dev, WingCloud, and I ended up doing Badass Babes, especially when he replied to me with a salty message without even listening to what I said. Oh, thanks for the awesome review, Shades. Thank you for spoiling us with good words and positive thoughts, man. Thank you for also taking $50 from 2 guys that try to make their shit work and laughing back at us. To be honest with you, I made jokes at the expense of the graphics themselves. Didn't make fun of you guys. I think you're taking that way too harshly. It's called constructive criticism. And I'm a comedy review channel. Thanks for actually not reviewing me in the game. Well, I did. I said I didn't really like the graphics. I thought the UI was alright. Could do with some music. And it might actually look pretty decent. If you look at my DAT short reviews, they're only between 2 to 3 minutes long because it's a DAT short. I'm not going to do a 20-minute video sucking someone's dick about a game that I don't believe in. You're paying for a short, quick review that somebody can definitely digest and decide whether or not they want to go have a look at the game themselves. And even at the end, I still told them to check you out. Yeah, thanks. If any of you guys check out our Patreon page, you will see stuff is at least better than he shows them. You might still not like the genre of the game, but believe me, you might as well love it. Anyway, sorry for this. So he apologizes to all of my fans, because apparently I've steered my fans wrong. It's fucking amazing, by the way. I didn't grift you. I didn't con you. You bought to the front of the line. I reviewed your game in the format that I've been doing for the past 5 fucking years, and you didn't like it. So you went on a salty rampage as if I fucking conned you. They say too on their Patreon that, you know, things are looking pretty good over there. And they're saying that, you know, I mean, in my opinion, out of all the images that are on Patreon, there's probably 2 or 3 images that don't actually look too bad in terms of the style. And again, that's me talking about it for absolutely free. But, in a sense, the presentation on their Patreon's good, but I'm not reviewing your Patreon, I'm reviewing the game. They also comment this on Patreon, and it's the same comment. But then they sent me an email, and they changed the email. Wow, man, why did you do that? It's a review, man. I don't praise every game that comes through the door. You're not paying for a sponsored spot. You're paying for a review. I mean, that's terrible. Why did you do that to us? I mean, just why? You paid for the spot. I reviewed the game. I said my honest opinion. I ain't gonna lie. We're trying our best, and you literally trashed us to every fucking aspect. No, I didn't. I didn't trash you to every fucking aspect. You didn't use any of the nice images or videos you could use. If you're talking about the ones on your Patreon, the earlier email where I asked if you could provide me some stuff, you didn't provide me with anything. Second of all, you've given me the entire game. What images in there would you say that are good to use? And if you're saying that, does that mean that I use the bad ones? You made the review as bad as you could. Nope, no I didn't. Could have done it a lot worse. I was being very kind. I was being very kind in my video. Is there any way I can persuade you to remake the review or take it down at least? Well, in terms of remaking the review, here's the kicker, okay? And this is, I'm saying it to you guys because I know you're going to be watching, and I know you're mad. I know you're shitty, you're feeling like, oh, Shades just crapped on my game. You paid to get to the front of the line, I reviewed your game. You're now salty that I didn't like the game. I don't like every game that comes through my door. It's very hard to. If you want me to review the game, tell you what, you go away and you take everything I said on board and you change the game. If not, that's my opinion of the game. Because what you're basically asking me to do is you're asking me to lie. You're asking me to lie to my fans, and you're asking me to pretend like I liked a lot of the stuff that was in this game. And I was being very honest and upfront. And you also gave me the ultimatum of saying, or would you at least take down the video? Well, no, because you paid for the review to go up. So, I'm not doing it because I hate you. It makes me really mad that people cannot take criticism. And it gets me really, really pissed off that there's always going to be one in the bunch. And I know these guys can do good. Anybody can do good if they put their heart and their soul into it. But hey, look, there are probably other reviewers out there that might actually like their game. And you know what? Cool. But you came knocking on my door and you asked me whether or not I liked the game. Take this as a cautionary point of tale that if you want me to review your game, I'm going to be very honest. I'm always going to be honest. I'm going to say what I like and dislike about a game. I'm very open and very blunt, and I didn't really like their game that much. Ball's in your court.